I am going to try one more cast resin frame for Woodworkers Fighting Cancer this year. One of the guys I work with, he's he's back home right now with his father, and I'd asked, for his kids, I'd like to make one for him, or for his kids, and asked him for some ideas, and he said that his oldest son would play chess with his grandfather all the time, so he figured something on a chess theme. So I'm going to try cutting these out on the scroll saw since I've got it and I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to cut out some knights. I'm not sure which woods I'm going to use yet. I got to go through the wood pile and see what I've got left. I'm thinking padauk and maple, or maybe purple heart and something with hopefully a checkerboard background of probably walnut and maple. So maybe I'll use padauk and purple heart. I got to see what I have, and then I'll do the frame. So this, again, I'm making it up as I go. I'm probably going to stop and sketch out some stuff so I know what size I'm working with and how many checkerboard pieces I need to cut out. So this one will be interesting. I'm trying this Envirotex that Mark tried in the original video. Hopefully mine doesn't come out all cloudy and glossy because it's going to be a lot of work ruined. But I'm going to try it because it's Hobby Lobby's close by and this is the only thing they had. So we'll see how this goes, and thanks for watching. Okay, quick update. This is the following morning. It's very cold out for some reason. I'm going to try and fix the air conditioner on my truck. So this was glued up yesterday. Kind of the last thing of the night. I went ahead and bought 2 of these based off of Mark's suggestion on the Facebook post. And yeah, they definitely come in handy. There's another project that I'm working on for a friend of mine, a baseball display case, and it's the shape of home plate, so I needed 5 corners clamped. So I went ahead and bought 2 of them, and then since you can pop these clips here off, take these off, and you can swap them around. That's what I did, and it worked out great. So this the first frame I did for Woodworkers Fighting Cancer, I didn't have these, so I just used tape. I just put masking tape on the corner and folded it up. Definitely needs to be sanded. And then I'll break the edges on that. So this one, fortunately I realized it'd be better. I was worried about running this through the table saw to trim these edges off. How would I get it lined up? Would the force cause it to chip? Then I realized I can just lay it flat and run it through the bandsaw. I'm glad I thought of that yesterday. Now these guys are going to stick. I don't know if it fits in there yet. It doesn't. But these guys here are going to stick up proud of the surface a little bit, as you can see. So I'm going to take these guys outside real quick, and I'm going to give these. First, I'm going to break the edges because they're pretty sharp. I'm just going to break them just slightly, and then I'm going to sand it with probably a 200 or either 220 or 320. I'll try 320, and probably isn't going to be sharp enough. Then I'll try 220 if needed, just to break the edges a little bit. Then I'll take them out and get them sprayed with lacquer. Once this is trimmed, I'm going to run this through the drum sander along the grain. That's why I made sure of my grain orientation first, and then these will get glued down. I think face to face looks better. They'll get glued down. Well, this will get trimmed to size, then this will get glued down and placed in there and glued. So I'll probably use thick CA like Mark did this time. First time I used medium, and I had the polyester resin leaked out. So I might use thick this time, or just a good bead of glue. Make sure it's seated before I pour the resin in there. So that's my update. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Okay, it is down to the deadline. It is the 31st. So let's see what we've got here where I'm not misspelling the recipient's name. Okay. Like I said at the beginning, this is for Skylar and the memory of his grandfather. So I've got a lot of coats of lacquer on here and the Envirotex lite needs to be cleaned. Oh great, a buff spot. So I got mixed emotions about this Envirotech. It's pretty runny when it's wet, so as you can see in the pictures, as I mentioned earlier, it all ran out the back and was pretty thick. So I used the 100 grit sandpaper on my giant sander, my big disc sander, to get it down to level. Why is that there? And then sanded it up to 400 grits. Get out of there. The lacquer, I think. I'm gonna go clean this up real quick. Come on, get out of there. Why is that sticking? Okay. Definitely has some weird little blemishes here that I'm gonna try and clean up with some Windex. It looks pretty cool. This, in my original idea of this was not sticking up proud as it is. And then, like on the fly, when I cut these out, I was like, yeah, that'll work. I don't know how I feel about it. I learned after with the Envirotex, and it says specifically walnut, oak, other open pored woods, that you want to seal it first so that you don't keep dealing with the Envirotex seeping in and air bubbles coming out, which is what I was chasing here for a long time. There were several sessions with the torch. I tried popping it. That was a mistake. It just stuck to it and peaked. So there's a little lump right here. And essentially, the walnut itself wasn't the problem. It was the grid of the checkerboard pattern, where I don't even know if you can see it because probably in the wrong angle here in your backlit. Move over here. So there's some bubbles here, but overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way this came out, and it definitely gave me some other ideas. I'm going to cast some more, probably in a smaller frame, and I'll start doing quotes and stuff like that, because I saw a quote on a TV show I really liked the other day, and then I was thinking, you know what, I should do that, and maybe, batch out a few of these and put them for sale on my Etsy store at the same time. Man, I don't know what those little blemishes are. So, I'm going to put the hanger on there. I'm going to take this out back, get some shots for the Giddy app, and then I'm going to start getting this video editing so that by the time I come back home from work, it's ready to upload to YouTube, and I complete it. So, again, thanks to the Woodwhisperer and the, the Giddy app for helping this out, and everybody else that contributed in this year's Woodworkers Fighting Cancer project. This is my second one this year, and it's pretty cool, and it definitely gives me an idea. Like I said, I'm going to keep going before, so hopefully you like this, Skylar, and for everybody at home, thanks for watching.